Crawl! For Doomhammer! Victory or death!
I got the Wombo combo, but unfortunately I don't think I can keep the Wombo combo in my opener. So I just keep these guys for turn 2 and 3 curve. I really want Fiery War Axe. I think I want War Axe enough to send those back. First Mate, Blood to Ichor, Finley. Those are all also pretty good to mulligan into. Pretty bad hand so far. I actually have quite a few options here. I can just slam that, planning to play the Fierce Monkey next turn. Then my 3-4 obviously deals with his 3-2 pretty well. I can just play out the Bloodsail Raider here. But it doesn't really seem to accomplish much of anything. I can play out the Fierce Monkey here. The 2-3-4's bump, he has 1 health left, and then how do I finish it off? Hopefully I just trade in the Fierce Monkey anyway. Sometimes I have to slam it, which doesn't feel great. I can also just play the Violet Illusionist, but the Violet Illusionist, even though it trades with Totem Golem straight up, it just dies to like Rock Biter Weapon, Lightning Bolt. I don't think I really want that to happen. I think the plays here are either Slam or Fierce Monkey. Just a matter of which one makes a little bit more sense. I think I like just putting the Fierce Monkey on the board. Gives a minion that does stuff on the board. Whereas the Slam, I get him down to a 3-2 in range of the monkey, but sometimes what he plays this turn just helps deal with the monkey anyway. The Abusive Sergeant was a real concern. But it did cost him 2 mana. At least it wasn't Flame Tongue Totem. Would have been a lot worse for me. And you know, sometimes you top deck your 1 of Ravaging Ghoul at the exact perfect moment.
Did you bring some fish? That was a mistake.
Definitely a misplay. Should have got a better totem. Wonder if I'm just supposed to slam the 3-2 here. Slam the 3-2, play the Bloodsail Raider, kill the Healing Totem. I don't really see many other plays. Anything other than slam on the 3-2 kind of involves letting it kill my Ravaging Ghoul, which doesn't seem very appealing. I have these 2 Taunters in my hand, but no way to discount them. They're so bad at 4 mana.
Did you bring some fish?
Round 2 on the Tuskar. Flame Tongue Totem is a better totem, but I'm not sure how much it'll be relevant here. Looks like I need to play Blood to Ichor on that totem. Which is pretty good. It lets me get a 2-2 on board and finish off the Flame Tongue Totem. Definitely a strong start to the turn. Question is what I do with the rest of my mana. The Violet Illusionist doesn't really have any meaning here. Maybe I just throw down one of the Dread Corsairs while I can, but if I draw into a weapon it's pretty good to have it in my hand. But it does provide a taunt. Not sure how relevant the taunt is here since his 3-2 doesn't really have good trades anyway. Maybe I just play out the Bloodsail Cultist here. Play it as a spider tank. I do lose the potential of getting a good battle cry on it, and I do still have, what, 8 weapons in the deck? Maybe that's not great. I think I like just playing the spider tank here. He's kinda running lowish on cards. I think just putting the most stats on the board to contest him is the right play at this point. The Dread Corsair only has 1 less health, but the 1 extra health on the Bloodsail Cultist is really relevant here since he had a 3-2 on board. But since he got that Flame Tongue Totem, it looks like this might be a little rough for me. So the Lava Burst does confirm that it's a more aggressive Shaman list. I guess I have to just play my 2 3-mana minions here. There's some merit to trading into the Tunnel Trog rather than the Tuskar Totemic, even though it has 1 less health. Just because the Tunnel Trog can grow. But the 1 health versus 2 health is really significant against my deck. I play double upgrade, double first mate, sometimes Finley into a hero power. I play Blood to Ichor. I have a lot of stuff that deals 1 damage. And at the end of the day, whatever I leave up is probably just trading into my Fierce Monkey anyway, so probably doesn't matter too much. Bull's Bane would be the best draw here. These Dread Corsairs are really just rotting in my hand right now. I'm definitely killing off the Flame Tongue Totem. It's just a question of what I do with the rest of my mana. Do I need to start pushing face and just ignore that 1-1 totem?
What
Or do I need to clear the 1/1 totem with the Kor'kron Elite? I think he still has another Flame Tongue totem in deck, so there's definitely some merit in killing off the totem. But he's an aggro shaman, he's not going to have Thunderbluff Valiant in his deck. I don't think. So I think I'm going to push the 4 damage here, force him to make some trades. If he has an Abusive Sergeant, he's going to buff the Argent Squire into the Violet Illusionist anyway, so it doesn't really matter that I give up a potential decent trade on the Kor'kron Elite. And it looks like I would have just missed 4 damage. Unfortunately, my hand is really, really trash right now. But I guess I just play out these two guys. Feel pretty bad about it. I have 8 weapons in the deck. I haven't drawn any of them in my first 12 cards. Although, to be fair, the opponent hasn't drawn Thing from Below or Flame Wreathed Faceless or any of that stuff either. So I get a 2/4 weapon here. It's a totem killer. That's pretty nice. I would have much rather gotten the buff on one of my bigger weapons, but I can't really justify just doing nothing this turn. I think I needed to just execute this guy before he gets out of hand. One of the best execute targets in the deck anyway. Kinda sucks that I have to take 5 damage to do it, but I have a ton of health. It'd be really nice if I could start drawing good cards, like big weapons or Kor'kron Elite, solid minions. Basically not Blood to Ichor. So should I play Blood to Ichor here, just to get the 2/2 on board? It's a pretty good execute activator, but I only have 1 execute left in the deck. And the 2/2 on board is kind of an execute activator as well. I guess I'll just play it to get a thing on the board. My weapon's running out, so I need another totem killer. Those wolves are an annoying pickup, but the Bloodsoul Raider's pretty nice here, I guess. I guess I just kill off a wolf. I could try to take a greedy trade into the Stoneclaw totem, but I don't really see how that works out too well for me. Looks like Fool's Bane or bust in the coming couple turns. X is good, but definitely need a little something more. So he has all his totems, he actually can't hero power anymore. Weapons for days. It doesn't make any sense to attack into the taunt totem because he can just hero power and get it back anyway. Even though I have another weapon in my hand, it just doesn't accomplish anything. I throw away 1 charge of my Fiery War Axe to cost him 2 mana. And he probably has 2 spare mana this turn anyway. Not even sure that I really want to give up my warrior hero power. Pretty good for me right now, just keeping me alive. Means as of this board state, he's only doing 3 a turn instead of 5. What hero power do I even want? Kind of feel like it's just not worth playing Finley here. There's the Fool's Bane. I guess I need 1 damage to kill the Azure Drake efficiently, so now's the time to play Finley. I guess I just take the other defensive hero power here. Probably have to take 8 damage from the Azure Drake. Not sure which other totem I kill here. I mean, I guess I kill the 1/1. Probably doesn't really matter. The odds of him not having 3 damage here is like 0%.
We hunger for vengeance. Versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death!
Well, I definitely keep the Fiery War Axe, but I'm not sure if I keep either of these 3 drops to go along with it. I guess maybe I just keep both of them, just so I have some flexibility on turn 3. I'd like to have a 1-drop, but if I get like N'Zoth's First Mate, which it looks like I did pick up, and I guess I will play it. But the problem with N'Zoth's First Mate on hand is that I have Fiery War Axe in hand on turn 2, so just overwrite the weapon. Well, it looks like we're gonna have a pretty big 50-50 here to decide if my N'Zoth's First Mate gets to live. Nice. I will just go ahead and pre-equip the Fiery War Axe. I have a lot of 3-mana cards that I want to play next turn. I'm not going to have the mana to develop the Fiery War Axe in the next couple turns, and it's pretty likely to find a relevant target. Guess I just send this guy in to scout. Bear Trap was probably the best one there for me. So the question is, would I rather go ahead and play the Illusionist here to save myself 3 health, or just play the Fierce Monkey? Even though the Violet Illusionist looks pretty solid here, I think it is better to just play the Fierce Monkey, because turn 3 as a hunter, he probably wants to be playing Eagle Hornbow, and Eagle Hornbow just eats the Violet Illusionist.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
Okay, I mean that was probably the best target in his deck. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not playing the Ravaging Ghoul here because I don't really want to pop the Savannah Highmane for him. Upgrade on the weapon to kill the Barnes looks pretty solid, but maybe I want to save the upgrade for the Fool's Bane? Probably not, though. Go ahead and use the upgrade here while it's relevant. Deals the extra point of damage pretty efficiently. But the thing is, I could just use N'Zoth's First Mate to deal the 1 point of damage. I have the extra 1 mana this turn anyway, and getting the extra damage on the Fool's Bane probably doesn't mean that much. Especially since I can use a charge with the Fiery War Axe. Oh, I'm so dumb, I just took 3 damage for no reason.
This only works in the city.
That's what happens when you try to talk instead of play your turn. But yeah, I can use the extra point of damage on the Fiery War Axe next turn before playing the Fool's Bane anyway. I guess everyone remember that I should be at 24 instead of 21 right now. If I lose the game by 3 health, I'll feel like an idiot. Alright, this is actually a really good Fool's Bane for me. I can also slam the Houndmaster, send the First Mate into the other Hyena, and then clear with Ravaging Ghoul. I get to draw a card with Slam, but I put damage on my own board when I don't really want to. And like, the Fool's Bane is just so sick here, right? So I feel like not playing the Fool's Bane here would be a crime. Got the Wombo combo. Turn 5 for Hunter isn't especially strong. I might actually be in a position where I can win this game. That's bad for me. Actually not that bad, I can just Fool's Bane into it twice. Yeah. I have the Violet Illusionist up, so it just blocks 16 damage.
Versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death!
Well, Fiery War Axe in the opener is definitely the dream. I can go turn 2 War Axe coin Dread Corsair into turn 3 Violet Illusionist. Is that worth it? I don't think I really care too much about any of my 1-drops. So if I mulligan the Violet Illusionist, I'm hoping basically for just like Fierce Monkey or Bloodsail Cultist. I guess I just keep it. Maybe save myself some health in the early game. So I can go coin War Axe into double Dread Corsair. I can try to play Violet Illusionist on 3 and then coin out the Fool's Bane on turn 4, but I think that's just a little bit too ambitious. I think it's a lot better to just go for a much more solid turns 1 through 3, because spending the coin means I can't even play any of my Dread Corsairs before that, and that just seems awful. So the question is, do I coin out the Fiery War Axe here to pop the Divine Shield on an Argent Squire? Or I guess I could coin it out and just not swing with it. I feel like if I coined it out here I would pop the Divine Shield though. So do I coin it out to pop a Divine Shield on the Argent Squire just so I can play 2 Dread Corsairs next turn? 2 Dread Corsairs next turn seems really strong. And if I try to just go like Fiery War Axe coin next turn, I can only play 1 of the Dread Corsairs, because I kind of waste 1 of the mana this turn. I think I like this route. It just gives me a really ridiculous turn too. Unfortunately, I do have to play my guys before killing the Huge Toad, because if I swing in with my Fiery War Axe, obviously I won't have a weapon to discount these guys. Nice, it hit me in the face anyway. That was preferable, I believe. Alright, cool. If the Huge Toad had hit either one of those, then the Argent Squire would be able to kill it. So if I send one of my dudes into the Direwolf Alpha, send the other one into the Argent Squire, I have a 3-2 and a 3-1. That gives his Fiery Bat the option to swing into the 3-2 and then Death Rattle down the 3-1. It would obviously be pretty devastating for me. I could play Blood to Ichor on the Fiery Bat here, just to prevent him from killing off both of my guys. But it means I have to spend basically 3 mana on the Blood to Ichor, and I don't even get the 2-2 out of it. But the only thing I'm spending the 3 mana on is the Violet Illusionist anyway, and it's not even really particularly good here. I think I like just using the Blood to Ichor to kill off the Fiery Bat. Like, it doesn't seem great, and that is important to Blood to Ichor first, that I know where the damage lands and I know how to trade. If I had traded in and then played Blood to Ichor, it might have killed off one of my dudes, but now I have 2 3-1s. But anyway, the Violet Illusionist wasn't even really good that turn. Like, yeah, it's a 4-3. That's pretty solid. But it's not like I had a weapon for turn 4 to curve out of it. I mean, I guess I obviously just play the Violet Illusionist here, right? Is there any punish for just going face? I guess Unleash the Hounds would be a punish. I think it's really only Unleash the Hounds, so I'm just gonna get in the 3 damage. The Unleash the Hounds is kinda bad, but it's not like a disaster. Alright, looks like I got 3 free damage. Pretty happy with that. And then I get a pretty sick Fool's Bane here. Hopefully Fiery Bat hits face. Bit of a bummer, but probably doesn't really matter too much unless he has like Explosive Trap or something. I might really be able to surprise him with the Captain Greenskin on the Fool's Bane next turn. I can just clear with Execute and second Fool's Bane. Is that good at all? I mean, that might be good, right? Clear off all of his dudes. I think clearing off the high main here seems pretty good. And then I still get to keep pushing with the Violet Illusionist. And then this turn I can really surprise him with the Greenskin, if he even does anything relevant. Second high main, dude.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
I think I have to just ignore the high main this turn. Probably play Greenskin on the weapon, make a big Bloodsail Raider. Clear off the Abusive Sergeant, hit him in the face for 4. What happens if I try to kill off the high main? I kill the front half of the high main and one of the hyenas, he still has a 2-1 and a 2-2. to contest my 4-2. Maybe that's actually worth doing. It doesn't even, like, it doesn't make any sense to not use the weapon here, right? If I'm playing the green skin anyway. Violet Illusionist is definitely going face, it doesn't get a good trade. So as long as he doesn't draw Call of the Wild this turn, I think I'm in fine shape. He can kill off one of my dudes, but I'll still have 2 up, and then I can push with Kor'kron Elite next turn. Alright, Kill Command is a nice pickup for him. Was that the right target? Was it better to Kill Command the Bloodsail Raider than the Captain Greenskin? A little bit skeptical. I think I just go face here. There's not really too much punish. I guess second Kill Command lets him kill off the 5-4, but he could have killed off the 4-3 with it anyway. Nice. And if he had Houndmaster, both of my guys just traded into it fine anyway.